What's going on, guys? It's Dan here from Table Tennis Daily, and today we're reviewing Butterfly's latest rubber, the Tenergy 19. Now, if we compare it straight away to Tenergy 05 out the pack, there really isn't a lot of difference at all. It's only the pimple structure in the top sheet. So the pimples on the Tenergy 19 are thinner and there's more of them. It's going to be really interesting to see if this little design difference on the Tenergy 19 will have a big effect on its performance. Now, throughout the review, I used my Timo Boll ALC blade and Tom used his Stiga hybrid wood. Let's get into it. So we'll start off with first impressions. Initially, I really couldn't notice a massive difference between the two rubbers. Tenergy 19 has that Tenergy responsiveness and that quick spring effect. However, after some rallies, you do start to notice a few differences. The main one being the feeling on contact. With Tenergy 19, you notice the ball sink in more into the rubber. It doesn't mean it feels softer, it just feels like the ball holds into the rubber a bit more before the ball is released. This results in a slightly higher arc and a little bit more forgiveness. Because Tenergy 19 holds more, I found it worked really well on my backhand side. I loved it. The added forgiveness that the rubber provides actually increased my belief that I could really rip through the ball and really go for it with confidence.
I feel like with the 19, you can take a step off and it might not be softer than Tenergy 05, but it feels it when you contact.
Yeah, the feeling is softer.
All the time. That Fangen does a great shot.
The 19 is quite good for feeling the topspin counter after the heavy flick. There's a lot of spin, I'm just feeling that one on.
Yeah.
And it feels nice with the 19.
We had a couple of rallies where we both did back-to-back exchanges with it, and
just the feeling
it's controlled, yeah. Whereas Tenergy 05 is difficult in that area.
I think it's more direct the way it leaves the bat, whereas you get a bit more dwell on the 19. And you're done.
Yeah, as Tom mentioned there, another key advantage to Tenergy 19 is because it has the extra hold effect to 05, it's a lot easier to counter topspin with, whether on the backhand or forehand side. This also helps in the passive shots as well, such as the blocking and just when you're on the back foot. When comparing Tenergy 19 and Tenergy 05 directly with fast topspin strokes, you can feel 05 is quicker and more direct. The 19 has more of a duller feel at top end, so when playing hard and trying to finish the point, Tenergy 05 definitely works better and more suited to the forehand than 19. In terms of the two sides, I prefer the 19 on the backhand because of the greater safety aspect, but 05 on the forehand. I think a good way to understand Tenergy 19 is imagine Tenergy 05, but when you contact the ball you feel more dwell. So this makes your shots more consistent and also help when generating spin, especially in the open up type shots. Because the ball grabs on longer than 05, it feels more stable. Now this stability of 19 really does help in the touch shots and more of the passive game. So when you're touching around the net, the ball doesn't shoot off the bat too quickly, which I like. With 05 it can be quite responsive in this area. All in all, like 05, you can generate a lot of spin with the 19. So there we go, there was me and Tom giving the Tenergy 19 a thorough testing. Now we did say in the intro that there's not a lot of difference in terms of the design between the two rubbers. However, there is a big difference in performance. To put it simply, what I feel Butterfly have done here is just created a more stable, less responsive Tenergy 05, which is actually easier to use. Anyways, let's dive into the T2D rubber ratings and break this down. So first off, we've got top end spin. Now there's not a lot in it between Tenergy 19 and 05. However, with the 19, because it grabs the ball a little bit longer, it's easier to impart spin on the ball. With top end speed, the Tenergy 05 is faster than the Tenergy 19. It's more firm, so when you contact the ball, you just feel more penetration and crunch. Now, because the Tenergy 19 grabs onto the ball longer, it works really well in the serve-receive department and with the blocks. You know, you feel like you've got more time on the ball. Now, where the Tenergy 19 really does excel, I feel, over Tenergy 05 is in the flicks and short game department. On the backhand flicks, it just had so much control and you really felt like he was on the ball for a long time during the flick. So even when Tom gave me a heavy backspin ball, I was able to really impart my wrist and spin onto the ball, which was really good. And again, this applies for the counter topspin as well. Because you have more time on the ball, when you're countering, you've just got more forgiveness, so you can control the incoming spin. And that's what I feel Tenergy 19 is better at than Tenergy 05, is in the passive shots when you're having to use your opponent's spin, you can handle the incoming spin better. To conclude then, the Tenergy 19, a fantastic rubber, and as I've said throughout, I've loved it on my backhand. However, on the forehand, I still do prefer the Tenergy 05. I like the firmness that you get with the Tenergy 05 and it's quicker. It is going to be interesting to see if pros actually start using the Tenergy 19. Be an interesting one, that. Now, in terms of the price, it comes in at just under 60 euros, which is the same price as the other Tenergys in the Tenergy series. Now, guys, we really hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know in the comments below what other rubbers and blades you'd like to see us review. For now, be sure to like and subscribe. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.